Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and of course the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. A most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. We have now come to the end of another week. We have come to the end of another month, the month of February in the year 2025. As always, I do pray and hope that you are healthy, well, enjoying a period of happiness, prosperity, well-being. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safras Ghani, here in your company once again on this auspicious and holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, before we go any further, I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Shiv and Hari Prasad for those beautiful and wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And as we always tend to do, we most definitely do wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. O Allah, it is you do we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Well, today's Islamic date is the 29th day in the month of Sha'ban, which basically means that this evening, just after the setting of the sun, we'll be looking for the new moon, the moon that will herald in the month of Ramadan for the year 2025. So basically this month, the month of Sha'ban, is coming to an end. And if the moon is sighted later on this evening, then tomorrow morning, or from tomorrow, the day of Saturday, will be the first day in the month of Ramadan for the year 2025. If the moon is not sighted, then this month, the month of Sha'ban, will have one extra day, which basically means that the month of Ramadan will then start on Sunday. So currently, it's a toss-up between either Saturday, tomorrow, or Sunday. And again, it's all based on the sighting of the moon. So of course, Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours, and from now of course we extend to you and yours Ramadan Mubarak as well. Today also coincides with the fourth and the last Friday in the month of February for the year 2025. So from the Islamic perspective, the month is coming to an end. From the Gregorian perspective, the month is coming to an end as well. May Allah continue to bless us all with the health and strength that we are able to witness and use the month of Ramadan for our upliftment and our guidance. And at this point, as we are now getting ready to commence the holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, of course, I take the opportunity to officially welcome you live on air, live on the internet, live across our social feeds as well on Facebook and on YouTube for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Do stick around, I've got lots to share with you as we continue on with this particular hour together.
बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, 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 दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी, बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी, इसमें मुक़द्दस नूरानी, इसमें मुक़द्दस नूरानी, आँखों आंखों का तारा मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी दीद तेरी है ईद मेरी दीद तेरी है ईद मेरी जलवा दिखाओ मक्की मदनी जलवा दिखाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी हम है गुनाहों में डूबे हुए हम है गुनाहों में डूबे हुए जैसे है निभाओ मक्की मदनी जैसे है निभाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी महशर में हो लब पे यही महशर में हो लब पे यही हमको बचाओ हमको बचाओ हमको बचाओ मक्की मदनी हमको बचाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी टूटे दिलों की दारस है टूटे दिलों की दारस है नाम तुम्हारा मक्की मदनी नाम तुम्हारा मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी सदका अपने लवासों का सदका अपने लवासों का दुखड़े मिटाओ मक्की मदनी दुखड़े मिटाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ दर पे बुलाओ दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Nisa Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, you are tuned in to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safazgani. And of course, it's always an absolute honor and a personal pleasure to be in your company here this morning. Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. Ramadan Mubarak to you and yours in advance. May Allah continue to bless us with the goodness of this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. Well, on the program this morning, we've got a very, very interesting segment, as we always tend to do, line up for you. We've got our short inspirational segment literally just around the corner. I've got a few beautiful Islamic selections lined up for you as well. A bit later on, as we get into our lecture segment, this morning we'll be talking about liberating yourself from the shackles of your ego and materialism. And that's a very important discussion, a very important topic leading into the month of Ramadan. Liberating yourself from the shackles of your ego and materialism. So that's coming up in a very, very short bit. Definitely do stick around. This is Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
तारीफ उस खुदा की जिसने जहां बनाया कैसी ज़मीं बनाई कैसी ज़मीं बनाई क्या आसमां बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की पाँव तले बिछाया क्या खूब फर्श खाकी पाँव तले बिछाया क्या खूब फर्श खाकी और सर पे लाजवर्दी और सर पे लाजवर्दी एक साहिबा बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की मिट्टी से बैल बूटे क्या खुशनुमा उगाए मिट्टी से बैल बूटे क्या खुशनुमा उगाए पहना के सब्ज़ खिलाते पहना के सब्ज़ खिलाते उन्हीं को जवां बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की जिसने जहां बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की ये प्यारी प्यारी चिड़िया फिरती है जो चहकती ये प्यारी प्यारी चिड़िया फिरती है जो चहकती कुदरती ने तेरी इनको कुदरती ने तेरी इनको तस्बीह ख्वाब बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की आबे रवां के अंदर मछली बनाई तूने आबे रवां के अंदर मछली बनाई तूने मछली के तैरने को मछली के तैरने को आबे रवां बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की हर चीज से है तेरी कारीगरी टपकती हर चीज से है तेरी कारीगरी टपकती एक बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की जिसने जहां बनाया कैसी जमी बनाई कैसी जमी बनाई क्या आसमां बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की.
Allah's blessings and mercies to you and yours on this beautiful Friday morning as we look forward to another day, another week, a fresh start, a new month. Literally, as we are now sitting on the cusp of the month of Ramadan, I want to say to you this morning, don't fall in the habits of procrastinating. Take the word later out of your vocabulary. I'll talk to you later. I'll call you later. I'll see you later. We'll walk later. We'll talk later. Nowadays, everything is done later. We leave everything for later. But we forget that later does not belong to us. We have no guarantees for later. Whether the day will turn into night, the night will turn into day. And sometimes later becomes too late. So whatever plans you've got for the upcoming month of Ramadan, do it now. Don't procrastinate. And then leave the rest up to the Almighty. Don't think of the things you did not get after praying. Think of the countless blessings Almighty Allah gave to you without you even asking anything at all whatsoever. And when you realize those tiny little blessings have always been there and the shared impact they've had on your life, you're able to appreciate their value, their meaning in your life, and you're able to count your blessings and see the magic happen as you continue on with the journey of your life. And of course, the journey of the month of Ramadan, which is also upcoming. So I say to you this morning, may Allah bless you this day. May He continue to shower upon you all of His goodness. May He grant you with the health and the strength, the ability that you're able to witness and utilize another month of Ramadan. And may He continue to guide our footsteps towards all that is good, to happiness, prosperity. And may He grant us the strength and the courage to face all of the challenges that will come your way this day, this week, this month, this year. And may He protect us from all evil that surrounds us.
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
So one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, mentions that if you intend to mention the faults of your companion, then remember that you also have faults. Remember your own faults. Another great saint of the past said, beware of being preoccupied with rectifying others before you rectify yourself. Busy yourself with rectifying your heart within you, purifying it from blameworthy traits such as greed, envy, pride, and vanity, before trying to rectify that which is outside of you. And I think that message sets a very important tone for us leading into another month of Ramadan. Busy yourself with rectifying your own heart before you begin to rectify that which is external. And to highlight that point, I came across an anecdote I wanted to share with you. So a father came home one day with a torn up map of the world. A torn up map of the world. He asked his son to try to put the map together again. In exactly 10 minutes flat, the boy was able to put the map back together in perfect condition. The father, of course, was totally amazed. And though the boy had no idea of geography, he had completed the puzzle in, according to the father, record time. So the father wondered, how was this even possible for his son to have done it so well? When asked by his father, The boy said, all I did was I was able to put the man right and the world came out right. I was able to put the man right and the world came out right. The father was confused as he thought, what man was his son talking about? I gave him a map and he's talking about a man. So he took hold of the puzzle in order to have a closer look. And sure enough, when he flipped it on the back side of the map, towards the back, there was a picture of a man behind the map. So instead of piecing together the map by looking at the actual picture of the world, he turned it over and he completed it by looking at the picture of the man on the opposite side. Sometimes this has to be our mentality as well, that there is nothing wrong with the world. The world will always be what man wants to make of it. If he acts responsibly and with tolerance, things will always be right with the world. Man is to a great degree a creature of his own making. Whatever he makes it out to be, that entirely becomes the outcome. So your mantra today, for today, leading into the month of Ramadan, should be fix yourself before fixing the world. And today we look at this profound concept, that notion of fixing yourself before fixing the world. It literally encapsulates fundamental principles that your individual development and self-improvement are essentially dependent on. It is important to understand this concept. At the core of this idea lies the recognition that true transformation begins from within. Before you embark on the journey of changing the world, you must first embark on the journey of changing yourself. It is only through self-awareness, through the intention for positive growth and personal development, that you can cultivate the qualities and skills necessary to make a positive impact on the world around you. So first of all, self-reflection and awareness. It serves as a powerful tool for understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, your aspirations. Also focus on personal growth and development, another important area. If you're able to embrace a mindset of continuous learning and self-improvement, that empowers you. You are then empowered to evolve into the best version of yourself. Learn emotional intelligence and empathy. Central to your ability to connect with others and drive positive change is emotional intelligence and empathy. When you develop these qualities, you enhance your capacity to understand the experiences and the perspectives of those around you, which in turn will foster deeper connections and promote compassion in your interactions with others. Another very important point, mindfulness and well-being, nurturing your mental and emotional well-being through practices that are conducive to your growth, practices that will contribute to a healthy mindset, and such practices that will develop your resilience in the face of adversity. Your focus should also be upon your values and your ethics. Your actions are guided by what? Your actions are guided by your values and ethics. So if your values and ethics are along a path of goodness, then it's an automatic thing. Your actions will also be along a path of goodness. And by aligning your personal values with your efforts to effect change, you ensure that your contributions are grounded in integrity, authenticity, and a genuine desire to create a better world for all. Focus on taking responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions. By acknowledging your role in shaping the world around you, you again empower yourself to send a ripple effect of positive change wherever you go as an individual. Also focus on building your resilience. Focus on taking practical steps. And like I mentioned before, the month of Ramadan is literally on our doorsteps. Don't settle for less. Don't second guess yourself. Know that the time is now. The time is now or never. Either I make a change now, either I make the intention to become a more positive individual, to become a better person, or I keep revolving in the realm of procrastination. A wise man once said, when I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found it very difficult to change the world. So you know what? I tried to change my own nation. I scaled down and I tried to change my own nation. When I found I couldn't change my nation, I began to focus on my town. I couldn't even do that as well. I couldn't change my town. As a result of that, I tried to change my family. And now, after all those years as an old man, I realized the only thing I can change is myself. And then, suddenly I realized that if long ago I had changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. Their impact could have changed the nation. And that in itself would have indeed changed the world. Like they say, the charity begins at home. So in conclusion, the path to meaningful difference in the world begins with the commitment to fix yourself first, to grow, to learn, to empathize, to embody good values and traits, and to drive positive change. If you can do all of these things around you, you become such a beacon of light that other people will begin to be able to feed off of your energy as well. And I end by saying this, that remember, the journey of self-improvement is not separate to this journey of societal change. They are intricately intertwined, each informing and enriching the other. Well, at this point on the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer is being brought to you this morning through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Cunupia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الصلاة خير من النوم الله أكبر الله أكبر
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Nisa Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिंदगी हो मेरी परवान की सूरत या रब, जिंदगी हो मेरी परवान की सूरत या रब, इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब, इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब, हो मेरा काम गरीबों की हिमायत करना, दर्दमंदों से ज़ईफ़ों से मोहब्बत करना, मेरे अल्लाह, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. O one who sleeps, stand up and declare the oneness of Allah, the oneness of Allah. O one who fasts, stand up in prayer at night, and Allah will forgive, Allah will forgive. Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. charity for the pleasure of Allah, the pleasure of Allah. Oh, you who believe, read the Quran every night of Ramadan, night of Ramadan. Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. Oh, you who believe, look out for the night, most blessed of all nights, most blessed of all nights. Oh, you who believe, take hold of this night and lament to Allah, lament to Allah. Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. Oh, you who believe, at the end of Ramadan, don't weaken your iman, don't weaken your iman. Oh, you who believe, give thanks to Allah for the month of Ramadan, the month of Ramadan. Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. It is Ramadan.
Assalamu alaikum. We've been waiting for you, now you've come back around, blessing our lives once again, oh friend. Oh, month of mercy, you bring so much good. We pray that it never ends. But we know you gotta go as the seasons come and go, 'cause your time is set by Allah. Oh Ramadan, oh Ramadan, month of mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan. Oh Ramadan, oh Ramadan, month of mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan, 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 Ramadan. You bring us so much joy, and you bring us peace, blessing our lives once again. Ramadan, thanking Allah for Ramadan, a special month to make a change. But we know you gotta go as the seasons come and go, but we will take the good from you. Oh Ramadan, oh Ramadan, month of mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan. Oh Ramadan, oh Ramadan, month of mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan, 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 Ramadan. The virtues of you, Ramadan. You're the month of the noble Quran, a pillar of Islam you are. Laylatul Qadar's in you. The fasting starts at Suhoor, and we break it at Iftar, and we're praying all night and day. Ramadan, 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 Ramadan. Oh Ramadan, mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan. Welcome Ramadan. Oh Ramadan. Month of mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan.
Indeed, we welcome the month of Ramadan. Very shortly, like I mentioned before, this evening we'll be looking for the moon. If the moon is sighted, then the month of Ramadan will start tomorrow. The first fast will be tomorrow, Saturday. If the moon is not sighted, then we'll have one extra day in this month, and then the month of Ramadan will be starting on the Sunday. So once again, welcome to the month of Ramadan. You know, our guest literally is knocking on our doorsteps. And of course, in that note, we now get into our lecture segment, and we're talking about a very, very important topic. That topic is, how do we disassociate ourselves from our egos and from our materialistic pursuits heading into the month of Ramadan. These two aspects can be very, very detrimental for an individual leading up to a spiritual period. If your ego has the better of you and you're unable to disassociate yourself from the materialistic world, then your focus will not be 100% on spirituality. Much hindrance you will experience, and your growth will be very, very slow, if not any at all. Like the saying goes, rolling stones gather no moss. You cannot expect to progress in life by simply standing still. You must develop a forward-thinking mentality, and with the month of Ramadan literally on our doorsteps, that should be our mentality heading into the month of Ramadan. There are certain things we have to disassociate ourselves from, certain things we must disconnect from in order to be able to move forward. There was a father and son. They were sitting together. He said to his son, the father said to his son, let me tell you a story that will help you to understand why some people feel lost in life. Why some people feel as though they are putting in the effort without getting any results at all. And many times in the month of Ramadan, we experience the same thing. We put in the effort, but we don't get the required results at the end of it. So the father said to him, now there was once a village that was situated on one side of a river. On the opposite side of the river, a great, lush, beautiful green garden was situated. So one day, two friends decided to visit the beautiful garden across the river on the other side of the river. One of the friends was very arrogant, while one was very humble and gentle. It was night time, and when they both arrived at the riverside, they saw that there were two boats, and they were separately tied to the pier or tied to the jetty. Both boats were a distance away, so one friend boarded one boat, the other one got into the other boat. The first friend, he kept rowing, and he kept paddling, and he kept paddling and paddling and paddling. 1 hour went by, 2 hours, 3 hours, half of the night, the entire night went by, and he was still paddling, and he simply could not reach the other side. When the sun rose, he saw that his friend was rowing back from the other side. He was coming back from the other side of the river. He shouted out to him, he said, where did you go? He said, I got to the other side, I waited for you, I looked around for you. The garden was such a beautiful garden, and so on and so forth. So listening to this, the friend who had rowed all night, he asked him, did you manage to get to the other side? He said, yes, I did. And I waited for you, but what happened? Why didn't you show up? So the other person said to him, well, I rowed all night and I paddled all night and I simply could not seem to get there. Well, at this point, the father asked his son, now tell me, one friend rowed for the entire night but still wasn't able to get to the other side. Why? So the son, well, I don't know. Please tell me. So then the father replied, oh, my son, that man rowed the entire night and was unable to get to the other side because he had forgotten to untie his boat from the jetty. He had forgotten to untie his boat from the pier. So throughout the entire night, through the darkness, he could not see his mistake, and he just kept rowing and paddling all night without actually moving from that one spot. Sometimes in life, people keep rowing throughout the entire life. They keep paddling throughout their entire life. But until they do not uproot the peg of ego, until they do not disconnect the peg of ego, they do not disconnect the rope of attachment to the materialistic things of this world, Their spiritual boat, so to speak, will not be able to reach the gardens of paradise, and they will go through life in a lost and disoriented state. So now that we are literally on the cusp of the month of Ramadan, disconnect yourself, disconnect your ego, disconnect your attachment to the material things of this world, and put your attention, your focus on your spirituality now. Life is a profound and an extensive journey towards self-realization and inner freedom. And the pathway to get there is to uproot your ego and disconnect yourself from the materialistic entanglements that bind you to this temporary world. The ego, that insidious voice within you, that constantly seeks validation, that constantly craves power, that constantly clings to material possessions in a futile attempt to find lasting happiness. It thrives on comparison, it thrives on judgment and the illusion of living forever. So the ego, if not trained correctly, will push you in a negative direction. Materialism, materialistic illusion, and the Quran speaks about that this world is just an illusion. In a world inundated by consumerism and the relentless pursuit of wealth and status and power, it is easy to lose sight of your true essence. Material possessions, while of course providing temporary pleasure and security, if you're not careful, will often enslave you in a cycle of desire, in a cycle of dissatisfaction, preventing you from experiencing the richness of spiritual abundance. So it is important that you disconnect. And how do you disconnect? Very simply, focus on self-reflection. Begin to ponder over the creations of the heavens and the earth. Practice compassion. Cultivate empathy towards others. And remember that the rewards that Almighty Allah has kept there for you are such huge rewards if you are able to embark on this particular journey. So as you embark on the journey of uprooting the ego and disconnecting from material cravings, you open yourself up to a profound sense of liberation in every sense of the word. If you are tied by those two shackles, and those two shackles literally have you grounded and you're unable to move, you're unable to experience that profound sense of liberation, that profound sense of freedom. True freedom lies in not the accumulation of possessions, but in the realization of your inherent wholeness and interconnecting this with the spiritual aspect of your life. So as we are drawing very near to the month of Ramadan, the path to spiritual freedom requires courage. It is a one that requires introspection. It is a path that requires a willingness to let go of the illusions that bind you by uprooting the ego and disconnecting from the material trappings of the world. And if you are able to do so, you pave a way. You pave a way for yourself to enjoy a profound level of peace, a profound level of joy and authenticity. So I end by saying to you, this Ramadan, may each step be a transformative one. May each step on this transformative journey bring you closer to the truth of who you are. And may Almighty Allah open upon you boundless possibilities. And may this month be a month, from a spiritual perspective, the likes of which you have never ever experienced before.
मैं भटका हुआ था, परेशान था मैं, सहारा भी मुझको मिला था न कोई। तुझे मैंने सबके दिलों में जो ढूंढा, मिला मुझको अपने ही दिल के किनारे। या अल्लाह, या अल्लाह, या अल्लाह, या रहीम, या करीम। ज़मी के हुस्न में शराबूर था मैं, उठाता था सर ढूंढता था मैं तुझको, पहाड़ों सितारों बदल को तू ही या अल्लाह या अल्लाह या अल्लाह या रहीम या करीम या रहीम या करीम माफ कर दे मुझको भी तू ही तो बस मेरे है सबसे करीब हाँ करीम या रहीम या करीम माफ कर दे मुझको भी तू ही तो बस मेरे है सबसे करीब हाँ करीम लगा के ये दिल मैंने दुनिया से देखा फिर ऐसा हुआ दिल लगाया ये तुझसे न दर में न शहर में न अपने ही घर में मिला जो सुकून कलब तेरे घर में या अल्लाह या अल्लाह या अल्लाह या रहीम या करीम या रहीम या करीम माफ कर दे मुझको भी तू ही तो बस मेरे है सबसे करीब हाँ करीम या रहीम या करीम माफ कर दे मुझको भी तू ही तो बस मेरे है सबसे करीब हाँ करीम या रहीम या करीम माफ कर दे मुझको भी तू ही तो बस मेरे है सबसे करीब हाँ करीम या रहीम
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Nisa Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, indeed, you have been listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safraz Gani. And at this point, as we are now coming to the end of the program for this morning, I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you, of course, going out to the sponsors. Special thanks going out to you and yours, our listeners, our viewers who have joined us on the program this morning. Special salams and greetings of peace going out to you and yours, and to everyone who would have messaged on the program via the WhatsApp number, via the social feeds as well, locally, regionally, internationally. May the peace, blessings, and the mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Of course, as we are now on the cusp of the month of Ramadan, you can most definitely look forward to our special Ramadan programming throughout the entire month of Ramadan. Our special programming indeed will start from 3 a.m. every single morning with the Tahajjud hour, immediately followed by the Suhoor hour, hosted by yours truly. And then towards the evening, Iftar with the Imam, again hosted by yours truly. Throughout the course of the entire day, we'll be having special features on the month of Ramadan based on spirituality, based on upliftment and progress. So those are things that you can most definitely look forward to as we go forward with the holy month of Ramadan. Like I mentioned before, we'll keep you updated right here with regards to the sighting of the moon a bit later on today. The sighting of the moon will be taking place later on, just after sunset. So look out for updates as we continue on with our day. So it was indeed an absolute pleasure to be in your company over the past hour or so. Do catch me if tomorrow is the first day of the month of Ramadan. You can catch me tomorrow, or you can, according to our schedule, you can definitely look out, for our programming. May Allah continue to bless you with goodness in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. I'm your host and brother in humanity, signing out for today until tomorrow. May Allah continue to bless you. Have a blessed day. Stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Prabhat. Do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM for more inspirational and motivational programming throughout the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
ربنا يا ربنا 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 ربنا يا
greatest, nothing can compare to you. Oh Allah, you are the greatest, nothing can compare to you. Oh Allah, you are the greatest, nothing can compare to you. Giving, loving, merciful Lord, all praise is due to you. Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana. Oh my Lord, I raise my hands, supplicating love to you. Oh my Lord, I raise my hands, supplicating love to you. Grant me in the afterlife the glory of seeing you. Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana. Oh, the one who gives and takes, give us all that is good. Oh, the one who gives and takes, give us all that is good. Oh, the one who gives and takes, give us all that is good. Allow us to fulfill our aims and gain reward in all we do. Rabbana ya